Good afternoon. Welcome and thank you for joining me today. It's Diane Evans with Stampin' with Diane. Um, I am an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, I welcome you. I'm so glad that you have found me. And if you are finding me on my YouTube channel, make sure that you do subscribe. And another thing that I ask, if you like what I've done, make sure that you give me the thumbs up. You could share. That would be amazing. It really helps me, and it helps me where more of my videos and everything else are being viewed. So if you're also joining me on live, that is amazing. I'm so glad that you can join me. So today is Mystery Challenge number 78, I believe it is. And like I say, I've changed up my mysteries quite a bit recently. And now with my mysteries, the whole purpose of these mysteries is to change it up so that I'm not giving you instructions on how to put a card together. That's an easy part, but now what I'm doing is I'm just giving you clues. Now, clues, when I give you a clue, it doesn't mean that you have to do exactly what I'm doing, but by doing my mystery challenges, changing it up this way, that means that I get to stamp. And that's what I love to do as it is. So the clues today was animals and trees. So do you have your animals and trees ready by? Um, I'm not expecting you to do a card like I'm doing at all. Like I say, I just want to see cards that have an animal on it or two animals. It doesn't matter how many animals, and some trees on there. So I decided to use a stamp set that I haven't used, and I can't believe that I haven't used it. And it's a stamp set from the J to D mini catalog. So let's just come down there and take a look at that. All right, so I am using the Arctic Bears. Um, this this whole set reminds me of Manitoba, and probably also the fact that I'm doing a stamp and a card that kind of does remind me of it. And it has some fantastic dies in here where they have the mama and the baby polar bear, but it also has other dies that have that link up with an iceberg and that sort of stuff. These images here, I love an image that is more true to life type image on there. So yeah, beautiful ones, and they're not set for any particular occasion. So I think I'm going to be doing. I'm actually not even using the sentiments from this stamp set. Of course, I'm not. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to make a card with the Northern Lights. And the Northern Lights, hello. The Northern Lights, or Aurora Boreas, I think is the way that you say it. I could be wrong, but you know what? It's close enough. I did go online and I practiced. I practiced with how to say it. Aurora Borealis. I believe that's the way it is. So how I'm going to do my Northern Lights is I am using colored cardstock. I could have used white, and I could have gone and I could have gotten it so that I had different colors in there. But these are more the types of Northern Lights that you get in Winnipeg as opposed to up in Thompson, right? Because Thompson, they have all the beautiful, beautiful colors up there as well. So I did go, and I've already done this, is I've cut out the big bear here, and I cut out the little bear here. And this is Night of Navy that I've just done this in. And I am actually, before I get going on any of this, I'm going to go put the sentiment on here. Now, the sentiment I want to use is this one here. And it's may your journey take you to many new and exciting places. And I'm actually going to do that in a white embossing powder. So I want to do it because if I make a mistake on here, then I can cut another card. Because I wouldn't want it to be where, you go to the very end and then you can't make anything with it. Now I'm debating if I should put it here or if I should put it up there. You know what? I think I'll put it down at the bottom. That'll be fine. So journey, it goes this way. Okay, so I've just used my embossing buddy. And I have my Versamark. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. And I believe I've got it straight on the block. Now it's just a matter of getting it straight on the card itself. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that down there. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. So like I say, the mystery is animals and bears. No, animals and trees. I'm looking at my polar bear. So let's just hope this is straight. Not too bad. So I'm just going to heat set that, and then we can get going on the rest of the card. Now, the reason I am heat setting this is also for the fact that because the white is going to show on to the Knight of Navy cardstock. So just heat this up. So just go like that. And now I'm going to make the back of the card. So like I say, this is what I'm using. I'm using Coastal Cabana. And I'm just going to put that lid back onto my embossing powder. That way, if something happens to it. So the colors that I'm actually going to make my Northern Lights with is Knight of Navy and Granny Apple Green. So I've gone ahead and I do have my brushes here. Now, I'm probably going to end up using a different brush as well. But like I say, I'm doing more like the Northern Lights that you get in Winnipeg. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to get coming down here. And the one thing too about Northern Lights, they're all different colors, but it depends where you are in the world as to the intensity of the Northern Lights that you get. I know people have said that there's been some in Kamloops, but honestly, I haven't seen them, but I live in a valley that is very hard to see certain ones. So, and then I'm coming in with my Granny Apple Green. And I'm just going to seeing how that's starting to get like the Northern Lights there. And I think it really works well with the Coastal Cabana paper. So, and I'm going to come in and make it a little darker. And that's why sometimes it's better to just come in with a sponge and just get more, make it a little bit darker. Especially with the darker colors, it takes a little bit longer for it to come. And I'm going to come back in with some more of the Granny Apple Green. And to me, that looks like Northern Lights. Mind you, like I say, more, I haven't really seen them. I know my daughter-in-law went up to Thompson when they were doing vaccines. And because she was employed by them. And she said they were just amazing, the Northern Lights themselves. So I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to need that out again. All right. So now I've got the Northern Lights. They're going to kind of come behind here. But what I want to do is I want to have, I'm going to incorporate my trees. Now I'm kind of cheating on this aspect because I kind of want to just know where this stuff is. So I just did some pencil lines there, not that they're going to mean anything. And I can go ahead and erase it. Now, the trees I'm using is from the Evergreen Elegance stamp set, and it does create halos. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to bring in my cleaner, and then I can just wipe around so that I don't have the halos on here. So I'm just going to, And see, there's halos there. So I just want to take that off. I don't want those halos showing. And I'm just going to stamp a tree there. Stamp some more. If it's a light tap, it's not too bad. Let's see. Go right about there. And I'm going to put this back on there so I can see where it is to see if I've got it enough. So I have my trees. They'd actually look quite nice if you had that way. And I guess what I could do is say if I went and I put my trees. So I have two options there. So I'll show you what my other option is. Let's see, where did they go to? Okay. There are my polar bears. I could have had them go like this. But what I want to do is I want this to come out like so. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to maybe do one up here a little bit more. And let's see how that's going to look. And I can put another tree right up in here. There we go. Now I'm just going to come in with my eraser and remove those marks. It kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I don't know why I bought the polar bears, but now I can see that I'm actually going to be able to use this. I'll send this to one of the family members in Manitoba. Like I say, they have the lights, we don't. So, all right. So then it's going to go, I'm just going to come in. All right. So now what I can do is I can go and put that on there. So I'm going to come in with my black dimensionals because I don't want them to show from behind. And then, oh, touch wood, my phone at least is working for my camera. It's, keep saying to anybody, if I video chat you from Messenger, ignore it because my phone is doing some really weird things. Word of advice, don't reset your phone. Because I did, and now everything's not working. So, plus also the big crack in the screen doesn't help either. So, and that's, I've got lots of dimensionals on here, but I want it to be popped up. Now, another thing that I'm going to do before I go and put this on, but see how this is going to go onto here where you're going to see the trees behind. What I want to do is I also have some trees cut from the Whimsy Christmas trees. And I just want to put a couple of those just like behind here. So I'm just going to come in and put a bit of glue on there. And I'm just going to trim these off. And we'll just put that. We got one there. Quite a distance. Whoops. Didn't need for that to stick onto that. So I want to just take this part off. Now there's one on there. Now I have another one that I can put on there. I thought of putting a white tree and then I thought, no, that's not going to work. So I'm going to put another one in here and then we're just going to put one over here as well. So we're going to cut that up too. And put that there. One there. And then we're going to put one more tree in there. And that one's going to go down about here. All right, so I'll just put some glue on that as well. Now, it could have gone on the outside of it here. Just let me double check to see what that would look like. Oh, I've got it on the wrong way anyways. I can't. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this side here. There we go, like that. I can trim this off back as well. There we go. And let's, whoops, came undone. Let's just go in there again. Now, just to remind you, today is the sale ends at in Pacific time. The sale ends at 10:50, and that's where you get 50% off all your photopolymer stamp sets. So this stamp set would be 15% off. This stamp set is 15% off. This one's a really nice one. I've done this for a tutorial and I haven't shown. So it's the stamp sets that are the cling mount stamp sets and the ones from the annual catalog. This is not. Sorry, I was wrong on there. So it's just the ones from the annual catalog. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this onto here. Like so. And I didn't quite get that lined up, so I think I'll just trim that off. There we go. And then I was going to put this onto a card base. So I have my basic white. There we go. And I'm going to put, now I was originally thinking that maybe what I should do is put some twine around there. Let me just see. Well, one, it won't be this gray twine. It needs something, so I think I can put, awesome. So I think I'll just put this white twine on here. Just wrap that around. Now, see, the unfortunate part with this is it's kind of a, I don't know, would you call it a masculine card? I guess you would, wouldn't you? You know, I'm going to have to use my glue dot for a finger right there. Just so that I can put that on there so that I can, did it go on there? No. Sorry. Yeah, I've done this negative quite often. What I've done, I've used it when we used to have the moose stamp. The deer stamp would work with it. Another stamp that would be kind of cute with it would be the little turtle stamp. There's so many different stamps that you can use with this idea of trees and an animal. But like I say, that give you some more food for thought, right, of what you could do. So let me just cut that off. And now I can go ahead and put that on here. Now I am going to go ahead and put, because I've cut that out, I might as well use it, right? So I'm going to put my little baby bear there. And then we're going to put the mama. And I really shouldn't do dimensionals on the inside, but guess what? I'm going to, because I think it'll look better. Oh, nice and sunny Colorado, but it still must be fairly brisk in Colorado, right? It was beautiful here yesterday, but a little wet today. winter's coming. It's definitely coming. So, okay, so this is just going to go up there. Whoops. There. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put this on here. Now, the question is, should I put some embellishments on here as well? To me, I think it needs something, but just let me know what you think. Now, I did try this on a Costa Cabana cardstock. It would have been okay also on a Night of Navy base as well. But let's see. Now, my thought process was that what I could do was I could use some of these gems, and what I could do, and I'll just show you, I'd colored it with Night of Navy, and it's not really showing that much. But I think it needs something. Yeah, like basic rhine. Yeah, rhine. You know what might even look good are the iridescent opals, or the opal rounds might work because it kind of looks like snow, right? So let me bring the opal rounds. Oh, you know what else would go? That would show up. And these are like a rhinestone. So let me just grab those. And they're there. I don't have any snowflakes, so but I could use these. These would work. So let me, oh, I tell you, my place is so noisy. I had the city workers outside all day, thump, 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 thump. And now I've got the siders here. They would just come and get it done. You know what I mean? It would be so nice. So I have no idea what's going on out there right now, but I'm thinking maybe it sounds like the, here. To me, it needs something else, but you know, it might not be. Let me just put this here. And I could even do 5. Yeah, they're big ones that I've got though. There we go. All right. So there's my Northern Lights card. I might take some of those off. That is my mystery challenge. And like I say, with the mystery challenge, I went ahead and I used an animal. I have the inside done with the polar bears inside. And I also have used some trees. So I've satisfied that part. Oh, moon. Perfect. That would have been a great idea. Yeah. And you know what? This die set does have a moon on it. Now that's a great idea. I'll have to look at that in the next little bit, because yeah, I think it needs something over there. Yeah, I wonder what that would look like. Like I say, this die set has a moon. What would have been nice is if I had put the moon down there and gone around and not sponged it correctly there too. That would have been a great idea. See, I rely on you guys to give me inspiration. So I hope you like that. Make sure that you do post your cards. Another thing is, give me the thumbs up if you're on YouTube. That really, really helps me, apparently. And another thing is share the video. So don't forget about the stamp sale today, 15% off all the annual catalog cling mount stamps. So those are the ones that are the red ones. And another thing is that so tomorrow night I'm doing my Now What series, and then I won't be doing anything on Saturday because that's when we're doing our retreat. So nothing will be done on Saturday. So maybe I might do a live on Sunday. I'm not sure. It kind of sounds like maybe I'm going to be busy that day too. I don't know what's happening, and I'm not busy for stamping, and that's the sad part. I'd rather be busy for stamping. But anyways, like I say, thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate that. I hope that you can incorporate this sort of thing in with your stamping. But yeah, animals and trees. So I'm really looking forward to seeing yours. So have a great day and bye for now.